solace. It's gotta be your own thing. It's gotta be something personal. Helps you get through it all. And it doesn't matter if it makes sense to the rest of the world. In fact, it's even better if it don't. Who cares about the rest of the world? Because it won't. There's nothing I can do about what these people choose to do. How they're wasting their life, how they're wasting their time. What's time? What's time? Every time I see the wrinkles on my face, I'm reminded that some shit took place. Maybe I don't remember in the moment, I can't recall anything that happened at all, but I know that it happened. And I look at people so very small, and I think one day they're gonna grow up and they're gonna be like me. And I remember when I was a little kid and all the crazy shit I did. And I also remember thinking, I'm not ever gonna grow up. But I also remember thinking, there's no way that I'll ever be tough. And now I do stand-up comedy and I work in a restaurant. And I've said the N-word, okay? In front of black people. It's a little different. There's a lot of things I've done I wouldn't recommend, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. There's a lot of things I've said, probably wouldn't say again, but I'm glad I said yeah, I'm glad I said There's a lot of stuff that life has taught me. I'm sure the same thing could happen to somebody else, anybody else, but they probably wouldn't get as much as I got out of it, because God wanted to show me all the stuff that the rest of the world can't see. Probably because they wouldn't know how to internalize vomit the way that I have done my entire life. Anyway, what were we talking about last video? Boundaries. 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 Most people don't have them, but I'm a Nazi. I'm a Nazi. When it comes to my boundaries, you ain't gonna push them. If you do, I'll push you out. I'll push you out. And if you don't know what that's about, well, that's because people that don't have boundaries, they don't know how to assert themselves in ways that make sense. So they assert themselves in ways that don't. And I had issues with this before. I had major issues with this before. I'd like to talk about this briefly. Yeah, so I used to be very I wouldn't say passive aggressive. I don't think I've ever really been passive aggressive, because I hate that trait. It's such a feminine trait. But I think that it's hard for me to ask for help. I will, though. If I'm pushed to my limit, I'll ask for help. But I think that people get really mad. I saw this the other day. This coworker of mine, he was just throwing shit everywhere and making a bigger mess than he already made. And it's like, I was just watching him, because he really kind of reminded me of myself, but he's young, you know, he's like 19 or something. But I can tell that he's been pushed around a lot. And when people have been pushed around a lot, they tend to be quietly angry, even though that's stupid to say, because, you know, everybody knows they're angry. But because they're not like taking everything out on other people. They want people to know they're mad, but they don't want to just scream. Sometimes I just take the screaming, because it's like, yeah, you're already making it really obvious how you feel, but you don't want to own it. I'm the kind of person that, like, when I get mad, I just, like, analyze it. I'm, like, more deeply analytical. But, I think that a huge source of people's anger problems is the boundary issue. So, they feel like they can't assert their boundaries, or like people don't respect them, you know? And if they don't respect them, then they're being walked all over and shit. But yeah, like, I used to let people walk all over me. And the older I got, and the more I started to stick up for myself, the more it really bothered those people that, you know, they think they can just keep walking. It's like, what is that fucking song? Nancy Sinatra. These boots are made for walking. Look at all that cat hair. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. I really should say that to somebody, because it would be funny. It's cool whenever you can, like, catch somebody else in their moment and be part of their moment with them. Like, I love that shit. I love that shit. Especially, like, when people are, like, really in love, or they're, like, really happy. You're like, I can vicariously experience that with you. And you don't even know about it, you know? See, that's an example of, like, how you can violate people's boundaries without them even knowing. but yeah, yeah, just working in the restaurant industry, like, I've had to deal with a lot of sexual harassment. And working in retail, I've been reported multiple times by multiple people to HR because of things that I talk about or viewpoints that I have that people don't agree with, but they don't want to tell me to my face how they feel. So they report me, they tattle on me. That's so mature. But I don't know. I just have high standards, I guess. Like, I have higher standards than most people. When it comes to certain things. When it comes to other things, I would probably have considerably lower standards. Like when it comes to Wi-Fi. Don't give a fuck about Wi-Fi. That's probably because I don't have a smartphone, so I don't care about Wi-Fi. But when it comes to somebody, you know, grabbing my ass in a kitchen, not okay. I don't care that you're black or Mexican. You're not gonna do that, okay? But also, if I'm wrong, I can admit that I'm wrong, and I'll apologize for being wrong. I'll apologize for making you uncomfortable or upsetting you if that's what happens. But if it's something silly or stupid and you're just being trivial and petty, and fuck you, you know?
Yes, sir.
A lot of people are very petty.
That's all for you? It's 35. Thank you.
I'm grateful to work where I work because it's like helped me to understand like what's serious and what isn't serious.
Alright, that's 21. Thank you.
But yeah, if somebody's violating your boundaries, you probably should just cut them out of your life. If they don't understand where you're coming from. And if they have to be in your life, like if it's just one of those situations, then you should do whatever you possibly can to avoid them and figure out tactics to deal with them so that they don't affect you the way that they normally do. Oh shit. That shit needs to be refrigerated. Yeah, so it's like if you feel like somebody's taking advantage of you, or they're not listening to you or whatever, like, you don't have to put up with that. You don't. Nobody has to put up with anything, unless they choose to.